Oklahoma, huddle up. It's time to go inside the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. The High School Huddle will take you where you want to go with coaches, players, your phone calls, texts, and tweets. Join the huddle and let's talk high school sports.
It is a High School Huddle here on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI. Glad to have you on board as we get set for Week 10 of the high school football season. So many scenarios, so many big games this week. Glad you're sharing the next hour with us here. Alongside my left is Parker Burnett. To my right is Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans. And Week 9 had some great games. There were some upsets. Edmond Santa Fe leading the way. We'll talk about them here in a little bit.
Wow.
Bixby Stillwater continues to roll. We've seen McGinnis. So we've seen the top three teams, 3 of the top 5 or so in 5A football. We're going to break that down here in a little bit. But, Parker, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Predictions. Last week we were 7-3 and Phil was 8-2.
All right, moving on.
So glad we got that out of the way.
No, there's nothing to see here.
Yeah.
It's a non-event.
All three of us lost. We all three picked Broken Bow to beat Salisal in 4A football. That did not happen. Salisal, the Black Diamonds, win that ball game. And then I picked the Ardmore Tigers, who had a grip on the lead. They let it go to the Noble Bears, so the Noble Bears are
Could have changed your pick. You had every chance.
5A1 champions are the Noble Bears.
Yep.
And the other game, Phil and I picked Choctaw to beat Midwest City. Parker picked Midwest City. Choctaw wins in overtime. That was a
win either way.
Fun week of high school football last week.
Yeah, it was.
Who do you think Noble's rooting for this week?
It doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. I really don't think it matters.
I don't either, but it'd be interesting.
They're rooting for Piedmont. Is who they're rooting
So they're rooting for CA to win by 10?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking, guys, in 6A2 football, we have been waiting for the state championship game between Bixby and Stillwater for several weeks now. Yeah. And Stillwater is having the best year ever. Now, the strongest challenge will be this week with Del City and the Del City defense. It's not Stillwater's fault. Their schedule is just.
They played Del City already once, didn't they?
No.
They played Midwest City earlier. I'm sorry.
And so the schedule is not all that great for the Stillwater Pioneers, but it's not their fault. They play the schedule that's in front of them, and I think they'll be fine this week. But this is arguably the best Stillwater high school football program in their school history.
Yeah.
And if the state championship was today, they might be 10-point underdogs to Bixby.
I think it'd be more than 10-point underdogs. I mean, Stillwater. I know I picked them to win it all. I think you guys both went with Bixby, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's listen. I don't think Bixby is going to run them off the field. And I think if you played 10 times, I bet Stillwater could beat them a couple times out of 10 times. But because they're a great high school football team, man, Bixby. We all believe is the best team in the state.
Yeah, they would win.
I mean, they're gnarly, man.
6A, they would win 6A1.
I think
it might be easier to win 6A1 than it would be 6A2 just because of Stillwater.
This year, yeah.
This year,
yeah.
correct,
I know it's very possible that Bixby and Stillwater are the two best teams in the whole state.
Yeah.
I mean, Owasso would have something to say about that, obviously, but it's man, tell you what, they're good.
It'll be interesting what. The recruiting for Gunnar Gundy, the Stillwater quarterback, of course, the son of OSU head football coach Mike Gundy. It'll be interesting to see the recruiting deal. Does Mike bring him on at OSU? Does Gunnar think about going to Tulsa?
I think I saw a tweet the other day that he has a couple offers out there, but
yeah.
There's a walking on option so far at OSU that's still out there. So
let's not forget his dad makes $27,000 billion
I'm sure he
a year.
can afford the tuition.
Let's also not forget that since his dad's an employee at Oklahoma State, he can go to school there tuition free. So even if he was a scholarship, Oklahoma State caliber guy,
and real quick, he's like Ivy School smart too.
He's Ivy School, no doubt. He could get academic scholarships all day long. Seems like a great kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there's part of me as a dad that would say, "Gosh, how cool would it be to get up and spend every day with your son, for the next 4 to 5 years, and have that experience." And then I'd quickly go, well, I have a hard time not being a jerk when I'm not in a competitive situation. So would I really want to do that to my son? No, seriously, because you're going to be harder on your own kiddo than you are everybody else. I think if it was me, Gunner's good enough to play Ohio, those kind of D1 schools. He's good enough to play there.
I don't think it would be. I mean, Tulsa sounds like a natural fit for Tulsa would love to have Gunner, but then you have like OSU and Tulsa, so Mike Gundy would be going against Tulsa with his son quarterback at Tulsa. I don't think that would happen, but that would be
a lot of it
ultra weird.
Yes, and a lot of it depends on what Gunner wants to do. If Gunner says, "Pop, I want to follow the path you did," then go to OSU, stay there, become a GA. When you're done or go somewhere else and be a GA, then come back. If you want to, but I mean, so if that's his career path, gosh, he'd be silly not to go to Oklahoma State or someplace like that.
I could see him going to like a North Texas or something.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the kid's a great football player. I mean, he's better than 98% of the people that play high school football.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's an outstanding football player, and I'm not. Listen, his dad. Nobody thought much when Mike Gundy went to OSU years ago, and all he did was left as the all-time leader in I think every passing category in the history of the school at that point. But it would be tough. It would be really tough. Now, Coach Gundy seems to have a really legitimately honest, great relationship with his kids.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's a lot. It's a lot to try to figure out.
Still plenty of time for all that to break down. So I think is Stillwater in the top 10 games this week?
They are not.
They are not. So they got the Dale City Eagles.
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Wait, no, sorry, they are.
They are. Okay.
They're number 2 game in the week.
All right, we'll talk about that later in the program.
Strike one.
Of course, speaking of recruiting news, Oklahoma State basketball, which played last night on Wednesday night, the Cowboys got a big commitment in basketball land. The number 2 recruit in the nation says Cowboys it is.
Yeah, and I think when the kid last week was it Putnam City West? Was a 5-star kid.
Mm-hmm.
When he committed to the Cowboys, there was talk, some dominoes are going to start falling. You got to believe it's because of AAU ball and these kids going to camps and playing AAU ball either together or against each other, whatever. But then this guy today, the number 2 guy overall in the country, the top guard in the country, commits, which made the kid from Tulsa,
Booker T. Washington,
say, how do you phrase it?
That changes things.
That changes things. Who was strongly leaning towards OU.
Bryce Thompson.
And so, this could be the first time in the history of Oklahoma State University they have 3 5-stars come in one recruiting class.
I don't know if Bryce Thompson's leaning toward OU, but OU, OSU, Kansas, and North Carolina are his final 4, and I think that decision is next Tuesday. Next Tuesday at Booker T. Washington. And Booker T. Washington, a great basketball team. Got to see them in the state tournament a couple games last year. And the Phipps kid, the point guard for Booker T. Washington, has committed to OU. And so you have
teammates.
The teammate there. I don't know.
Of course, it might be like the deal with Trey Young and
Lindy Waters,
and Lindy, who didn't like each other too. They were teammates. It could be that kind of situation. I mean, I don't know if it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't think Phipps committing to OU would be that strong of a decision for Bryce Thompson. Number 1 kid in Oklahoma, I think 19th overall in the nation. So
go back though. You're a senior.
Great family too, Rod Thompson. We've had him many times on this show and talked to him all the time. He's done some TV and some high school coverage as well. So really cool family.
So go back, put yourselves in high school, and let's say you
had some great hair back then.
I've seen it. You still have good hair.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the surgery's really paid off. But if you and your best friend,
I need a laugh track.
If you and your best friend were both highly sought after recruits, it doesn't matter what sport, would you want to go to the same school as your best buddy? I would have. Me
and my best friend from high school did, and we didn't play basketball. We just decided to go to the same school together.
You guys are break dancers.
But
what?
That's funny.
So what would you do, Chris? Let's say it was you and TBJ.
Yeah. Well, he got the option. I didn't have the option.
Well, I'm not trying to make you feel bad.
I'm just saying. Christmas. Yeah. I would consider. I don't think that'd be my number 1.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
So you're really not that loyal. Okay. I'm glad we can establish that part.
Is that what you were looking for?
That's all I was digging for.
Is that all you were digging for?
Parker's loyal. Chris, not so much.
Yeah. So, real quick, of course, Rod Thompson, Beggs, Oklahoma, going back to Bryce Thompson. The Beggs folks are coming out. The demons are coming out. Our good friend Ryan Cutting from Beggs, Oklahoma.
Did you guys? My pick to win it all. Another one of my great, brilliant picks at the beginning of the year. Parker, did you see your father-in-law's comment?
I did. How about the McGinnis game? That was some fine officiating.
I just got to say
right?
this.
We're not talking about the game, are we? We're not going to talk about individual about McGinnis, are we? Because I'm going to say 5A talk.
All we're going to simply say is, as Robert said, those officials at McGinnis had to go to confessional after the game last week.
not the best of games for the Zebras, and it didn't determine the outcome, but it did have.
It had an effect.
It had a little bit of effect there, but
they impacted the game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna save McGinnis, Piedmont, Carl Albert 5A talk for the next segment, so we have more time to talk about that and what we think we might see in 5A football. Well, what we'll see this week, because the number one game we'll dive into it here in a little bit as well is Carl Albert and McGinnis. It is a huge game. Carl Albert can win the district, and they can fall all the way down to number 3. So here you are, the 3-time defending state champions. You had won 40 games in a row, and you could be the number 3 seed in your own district going on the road. So
not only that, they can win the game and still be third in the district.
yes, that's exactly right. Could win the game by a scenario that we'll get into here in a little bit.
I call this Chris's happy time of year.
There's a lot of good scenarios
Chris
out there as well. So
I heard you got a curveball for us.
I do got a curveball.
Okay.
Right. What a team dare to lose?
On purpose?
On purpose?
It's happened in other sports.
That's happened in other sports. Rules were changed after that.
It was.
Guthrie baseball walked 2 guys in a row to lose on purpose by 1 run, and in the process of doing that,
eliminated.
Well, in the process of losing the game on purpose by 1 run, they were crowned the district champions, because if they would have lost by 2 runs, they wouldn't have been the district champions. They wouldn't have hosted Deer Creek got the host as the 2 seed, and McGinnis had to go on the road for the playoffs.
That's awesome.
That's still one of my one of my favorite John-isms in the history of the world.
And Guthrie walked.
Well, it's number 2 now.
Yeah, the umpire goes. You're gonna, that's the winning run. You're walking in. And he goes, yeah, that's exactly what I want. And so
it's called knowing the rules.
Knowing the ruls, and the rules were changed after that deal. So
call that the Johnny rule.
All right, let's take our opening timeout. When we come back, we talk the big games of the week. We talk scenarios. We talk 5A football. We saw McGinnis last week without Dominic Richardson. We'll kind of get our thoughts now on 5A football. We'll dive into a little bit more as well. We'll talk about Phil now winning 56.66% of his picks
technically it's
this
57, year. You round up.
Round up. Okay. We'll round up for Phil. All right, take our opening timeout. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it. Mm-hmm.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Title sponsor for the High School Huddle here in the 2019 high school football season is eSchool Virtual Charter Academy. Check them out at eSchoolOK.com. Public education, online, K through 12. Well, guys, we got to see McGinnis, but before we start talking 5A football and a little bit of scenarios here, our friend over in Coyle had a good first half.
First quarter.
First good 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It didn't make it past halftime, did it?
No, it was over at half.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Parker.
Well, last week, he carried the ball, I think, 54 times.
Who's he?
Damon Kane, Jr. from Coyle. He's a senior. He had 314 yards, 7 touchdowns on 9 carries.
In 6 minutes.
In roughly the first quarter. So, yeah, it was he now has over 2,500 yards on the season, 38 touchdowns.
Didn't he have a defensive?
Yeah, an interception.
He did have an interception. Yeah. And it's not like they're opening the offense and he's just kind of surprising you. I mean, they've thrown 31 passes this year total.
What number is he?
What number is he?
Yeah.
21?
Football jersey?
21.
So all week in preparation, they have everybody that's scouting they all have him in jersey number 21 because they say he's the only one that's going to touch the ball. So you game plan for it all week.
You still can't do anything
and you still can't do anything about it.
It's crazy. I mean, people throw 31 passes in a game.
Sure.
Yeah.
And they've done it all season.
Well, that's impressive.
It's special.
Yeah.
So the Coyle Blue Jackets play Blue Jacket this week.
Can get a little confusing.
There, but a win for the Coyle Blue Jackets has them hosting a first-round game.
So if the Blue Jackets beat the Blue Jackets, they host a game.
No, Blue Jacket.
If the Blue Jackets beat the Blue Jacket, then they host a game.
It would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be awesome. Maybe we could do that game.
That'd
be fun.
I don't know if Josh is watching, but he usually has some good food over there.
Oh, no. Yeah, Josh can put the scald on some food.
Yeah,
There's no doubt.
That will be in. So best of luck to the Coyle Blue Jackets as they again play Blue Jacket and trying to get a first-round playoff game. It'll be interesting to see when Coyle plays teams of a little bit higher caliber and see how he does against those. Has there been any games that he's gone against a pretty good defense?
Yeah, he's been against Southwest Covenant. I think he had about 150 yards against them. So it's not like he's
that's it.
Not showing up, but. Yeah, when you look at some of his performances, it's kind of weird when you think 150 is that's it. But yeah,
what's he averaging a game now?
That's a good. I can effort that 1 second.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's the best in the state.
Total yards, best in the state.
He's averaging 278 yards, about 10 yards a carry.
That's about what I did.
Yeah. Well, we go from the smallest school to one of the larger schools, and let's talk about Edmond Santa Fe here real quick. We won't be real long with them, but
Giant killers.
You look at Edmond Santa Fe as they went to Jinx and took down the Trojans on their home field. I think it's the first time Jinx has been beaten on their home field by a Westside school in
ever.
It happened before with Westmore. It was a long, long time ago. It might have been in the 90s last time Westside went to Jinx on their home field and beat the Trojans. But Edmond Santa Fe wins it 33-30. So in the last 3 weeks, Edmond Santa Fe has taken down Jinx and Broken Arrow. And with that said, if a crazy scenario should happen, Santa Fe could finish 4th in the district.
Crazy.
They could win the district as well. But
there's a lot of those kind of
They got
scenarios.
a big one this week, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Are they a game of the week? Parker?
They are a game of the week.
I don't know if I can pick against them again.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that. They made me a fool twice.
Yeah, we let's see here. Jinx. Yeah, we all picked Jinx last week to win that one. So Edmond Santa Fe, again, playing for a district championship, and who would have thought that with the defending state champions Broken Arrow playing in that district?
Are they the most realistic shot on the west side?
By far, right?
Yeah,
well, I guess we'll kind of find out this week because we've been praising Norman all. They play Norman, right?
Yep.
We've been praising Norman all season long, so we'll have it here. But I think even if Norman should slip past Edmond Santa Fe, I think Edmond Santa Fe has proven they can at least beat them. Now it's a different animal in the playoffs,
right.
but
I don't know if they'll have that fear factor.
Correct.
Exactly.
So Broken Arrow is real quick. Like here's the scenario: Broken Arrow is first with the win, and Santa Fe lost. But Broken Arrow cannot be any lower than second place. So, but ain't that crazy? You beat Broken Arrow and Jinx, and if something goes crazy in a game against Norman, who's very capable of winning that game, it could send you, depending on how points go, send you in 4th place.
That's nuts. I mean, you think you beat those two teams, you win district.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's been a weird year. All over the state.
All over the place.
I mean, it's been a very odd year.
District 1, 4. So that would have them going anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
Chris is going to geek out. I'm just telling you.
I'll stop.
He started calculating.
I'm trying not to go there. But
when he asked me before the game, who's got something we can calculate with before the show?
Well, that was for the time.
Well,
for the time.
That's what you say now. Yeah.
So in the other large 6A district, Owasso, they've clinched first. Your Rams,
my Rams.
Your Rams are there, so they're first. Mustang Union will side, and more will decide the next 3 spots in the playoffs there. So a lot of fun games. I don't want to spoil all of them because we're going to talk about those games here in a little bit. But let's talk 5A football here real quick, guys. And we got to see the Bishop McGuinness Fighting Irish this past week without the services of Dominic Richardson. The Piedmont transfer, Nick, he's committed to play football at TCU, did not play as he prepares to more heel time to get ready for Carl Albert. If Carl Albert and McGuinness played last week, he would have played.
Oh, no doubt.
He would have played. So before we break down McGuinness, Luke Tarman, the quarterback, he's a junior,
Stud.
and he had a very good game. You can tell it's not all Dominic Richardson for Bishop McGuinness.
No, I mean he caught passes, ran the ball, threw the ball, intercepted a ball, returned kicks on special teams. I mean the kid's honestly, based on what we've seen of Nick in the past, number 10's the best all-around football player on that team.
With Richardson not on the field, it was either Tarman taking the shotgun snap or someone was throwing him the football.
Or handing him the ball.
The ball.
Right. No, he's a stud. They're in good hands next year.
Yeah.
So fine.
With that, we won't dissect it too much, but Carl Albert McGuinness Game of the Week, we'll have that as our final pick here in the show. But we've seen McGuinness, we've seen Carl Albert, we've seen Piedmont. We know about Plumlee over in El Reno. Not quite sure about Noble, who are the district champions. Have not seen them. We've seen them put 72 points on the board against El Reno. Right. So those are the 5 teams on the west side. Then you kind of get to the east side with some Tahlequah and Tulsa Edison perhaps. But looks like the 3 big ones are in the same district.
Yeah, I mean I think District 2 is without question the toughest district in 5A on the top end. I think they have 1, 2, and 3 in the state, no doubt. And it'll be interesting. You talk about who wins one of the other districts. Parker asked us, who do you want to win if you're Noble? And I said, I don't think it matters. I mean, I really don't. I mean, I think they're so much better than the other districts. I mean, I really believe that. Now, El Reno, and I realize they lost to Noble earlier this year, but El Reno, when you've got a kid like they do at quarterback,
can change a game.
anything can happen. I mean, he's a special player. So I wouldn't go to sleep on El Reno either in the playoffs.
What's weird to me is we've seen all three of the 5A2 up close.
Yeah.
And the one that impressed me the most probably was Piedmont.
Yep.
And I think they're probably the least likely to get there, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think most people would agree with that.
That's just, I think
the
the least impressive was probably McGinnis last week, and they didn't have an all-star, so I don't know.
I see, and I wonder how much different they would look if Nick what would be our impression if Nick played the game? Because
the play calling wouldn't have been what it was.
No, I mean, it
would have been running double passes.
Right. And so
Tarvin's 15-yard runs could have been 55-yard runs.
How do you defend a read option in that offense with
Tarvin?
I mean, that's scary.
So I'm not so sure. I mean, I know right when the game was over, we all felt pretty confident in who we thought would win the game. But after digesting it over the last 4 or 5 days, I'm not quite as convinced as I was.
I agree.
Okay, so 5A1 football, Noble is your district champion. El Reno is second. They're hosting a playoff game.
Right.
It could be Carl Albert.
Yeah.
El Reno. Hey, you've best year you've had in 10+ years, and here come possibly the Carl Albert Titans. Ardmore is third, and then we'll see what happens between Lawton Mack and Duncan, how that one plays out for the 4 spot. Okay, so here we go. Listen to me out here on 5A2 scenarios here. Bishop McGinnis, if they beat Carl Albert, they are the district champions. That would put Carl Albert in Piedmont is playing Woodward. So if Carl Albert loses, that could send them down to 3rd place.
Right.
Piedmont hosting regionals, okay? Woodward's the other team that's in. Woodward can finish 4th. They can finish 3rd. Correct? Okay. Here's the scenario real quick because I want to make sure everyone knows this. Carl Albert is first with the win and Piedmont loss. Would be the first on marginal points if they win by 10 points or more. So if Carl Albert wins, they have to win by 10
or more.
10 or more, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if Carl Albert beats McGinnis by 9, they still don't win the district title.
McGinnis is the district champ.
Okay. Say you're
There's no way Piedmont can win, right?
Piedmont could get to 2nd.
But they can't win district.
Correct.
Yeah.
Piedmont can get 2nd, 3rd, or 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay. Piedmont plays Woodward. Okay. Woodward can finish 3rd or Woodward can finish 4th. Okay. Okay. If you're the Piedmont Wildcats, you're the Piedmont Wildcats, and you see Carl Albert is taken to Bishop McGinnis. Carl Albert's going to win the district championship. McGinnis falls to 2nd. So the best Piedmont could do is finish 3rd. Okay. Would Piedmont think about losing the game so they can go to El Reno, who they beat, or would they lose on purpose to finish 4th and play Noble, who they have beaten?
As Piedmont's #1 fan, I'm just going to say this. No way in heck does that coaching staff lay down against Woodward. Would not happen, will not happen under any circumstance.
They went 9-1. They went
well, I mean, gosh. This is back to like when the coach took people off the
I don't think
yuck. Just yuck.
I feel like sports is some reason there's fate to it. There's a little bit of that work. If you lose on purpose, I feel like the gods are going to get back to you later on. They're going to make you lose later. You know, I've never been like when the Colts went undefeated a couple years ago and they lost on purpose going to the playoffs because they didn't want the thing hanging over them. Then they lose in the 2nd round.
They lost on purpose.
Yeah, because they didn't want the.
When was this?
Peyton Manning's like 2nd to last year there.
I don't remember.
Anyways, didn't mean to derail that, but I don't think you lose
on
purpose.
They lost on purpose?
I don't know.
They set their 3 guys.
I can't remember.
Well, a lot of people set their guys. Rest.
Go for the record.
Okay, so if you're Piedmont, would you rather play Noble or would you rather play El Reno?
If I'm Piedmont?
Yeah.
Probably Noble.
The district champ. Well, then
I realize that, but I'm just saying the athleticism of the kid from El Reno. Not to mention El Reno. Well, they probably won El Reno because El Reno's the only team that was the team that beat him opening week.
Right.
So they probably want another shot at El Reno. Would be my guess. So they probably won El Reno. but I don't know if they want to go up against Mr. P over there. He's
Piedmont,
pretty loaded.
Yeah, Piedmont lost to El Reno week 1, 13-7.
Yeah.
But also they beat Noble 28-6.
Right.
So
probably Noble because of it's 28-6. It's a matchup thing, right?
Yeah.
And I don't. Maybe there was 7 turnovers, and I don't know. But if there wasn't a lot of turnovers, or if turnovers were equal, then you would tell you from a matchup perspective
that they can probably line up and run at them.
Right. And so maybe a matchup just fits in better with Noble.
El Reno will be watching that Carl Albert game close. Please don't be Carl Albert. Please don't be Carl Albert.
Well, what's their alternative?
Piedmont.
That's only 2.
Carl Albert or Piedmont.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
So McGinnis can't finish lower than second.
Correct.
Right.
McGinnis is hosting a first-round game.
Okay.
So
how good was number 9 for them last week?
McGinnis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Brendan Walker?
Yeah. I got to tell you, I never have heard how our number 20 was from Guthrie, how he's doing. I don't know if he's out for the last game of the year or not with the injury, but that was the best game he had all year, in my opinion. And I'm talking about Williams. And number 9, he gave number 9 all he wanted, out on the field. Of course.
You calling Walker a bust for the
college? No.
Okay.
Wait a second. Yeah, I think he's overrated. Now the kid will be an All-American.
Yeah, there you go.
He's overrated.
That's good for your Sooners because last
Very
time
overrated.
Phil said the player was overrated. He's the best center in college football.
Except for 2 weeks ago when they played K-State and he got pushed all over.
Yeah, and let us know who your number 1 team is this week. I don't know.
In what?
College football. Is it going to be Kansas State, or OSU this week? Have you broke it down yet?
Yeah, I broke it down. I got a surprise pick. For
surprise
pick.
pick.
Yeah, surprise pick. I'll give it to you at the end of the show.
Oh, okay, we appreciate that. I want to know it in advance. So, all right, take a time out. We come back. We break down the top 10, our predictions. And as Phil went 8-2 last week, Parker and I disappointing and embarrassing 7-3 last week.
I'm thrilled with 8-2. I'll take 7-3.
See if we can overcome
6-4 is not bad.
Week 9.
I'm okay with 5-5.
All right, take our second timeout. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM KSBI.
Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by 2 combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Lewis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Lewis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
And we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. Golden Chick. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
High School Huddle presented by eSchool Virtual Charter Academy, eSchoolOK.com, alongside Parker Burnett, Phil Nichols. I'm Chris Evans, and we finally get to say congratulations to Seminole High School head football coach Mike Snyder, and a longtime coach, won his 364th game against Tulsa Webster. He is now on top of the all-time coaching wins in the state of Oklahoma, so congratulations to him. Took him a middle of the year slump to get out of that, but we knew Tulsa Webster was for sure going to happen there. I think they won it 60-something to 0. So congratulations to Coach Snyder, all-time winning coach.
Well, I mean, truly, congratulations. That's incredible, and everything you hear about the guy, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
I mean,
Does he ride off into the sunset now?
Well, I would. You couldn't get me out. See, I told you the guy, Coach Corley stuck around too long. I mean, he was back-to-back three state titles. I mean, get out of there.
But you're 34 games away from 400.
Oh boy, here goes Chris.
Well,
you push your win total up so you hope no one comes close to it.
That's another 6 years away, 7 years away for them.
Well,
you're not. They're not going to have very many good years.
That's all. Well, they go this year.
If you go 6
it's high school football. 1 year changes everything.
Hey, I'm just saying.
And I'm just saying.
Seminole's 4-5 right now.
Chris, help me out here.
He would need at least 6 wins in the next 6 years to get there. That would be.
That's a lot of wins
at Seminole. So. Yeah. We talked Coyle a little bit earlier, and we will definitely talk about Cashion because the Wildcats,
they're pretty good.
Will have a big matchup with the Bulldogs. We'll talk about that in our last segment. The Cashion Wildcats are all three of us picked Cashion to win, but we'll see about the Almighty Cats this week as Minko.
Undefeated Minko, correct?
Undefeated Minko, yeah.
Number 1 versus number 3.
That should be a heck of a ball game.
Should be a heck of a game.
Yes, it will. We'll break that down here.
That's got to be one of the game of the week.
It is.
A little bit? Okay.
It is.
Number 2 or 3?
3.
Yeah.
All three of us last week picked Perkins to beat John Marshall. That happened 14-6 in a good game there. Perkins Tryon Demons now 8-1 on the year. They're at Mount St. Mary. Is that Friday night? Yeah, Friday night.
Could be 9-1.
Yep, could go 9-1. Probably will go 9-1 on the year. So Perkins, another one of those teams I think that just keeps building. They got a good thing going on over there.
Yeah, no doubt.
It used to be all Perkins girls basketball.
Right.
In their baseball teams,
right.
Hafer, he played in the major leagues. Had a couple kids play some high-quality college baseball as well. So Perkins football.
Doing great things. And, I mean, came this close to knocking off number 1 a few weeks back. I mean, that was Heritage Hall. They were right there. So great football team.
Kingfisher 5-4 on the year. Another team that we like to follow closely. They're at John Marshall this week. So we'll see how the Jackets do. Are the Jackets fighting for a playoff spot? I should have looked that up before I started talking about. See here, Heritage Hall in 3A1 is in first. Perkins has already taken second. So Perkins is hosting a first-round playoff game.
Good for them.
Kingfisher visits John Marshall to finish 3rd and 4th. So Kingfisher's in the playoffs. Will they finish 3rd or will they finish 4th? Will they be going to Plainview? Will they be going to Marlowe? That's all the different scenarios there. Yeah. So we'll be watching that closely there. Okay, Parker. We are set. We have 21 minutes left in the show. We're going to break down the top 10 games in the state of Oklahoma. We go by the top 10 games by the Oklahoman, so we don't pick any games on our end here. On the year, I have gone 70-20. That is 77.77%. Parker Burnett has gone 62-18. That's good for 77.75%.
That's got an asterisk next to
And
it.
Phil, 51-39, has come on strong in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, actually, greatest percentage-wise, percentage of improvement over the last 3 weeks for me.
For
fair.
you, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
57% up.
no, I'm saying my win percentage has grown the greatest amount over the last 3 weeks.
Would I drown that?
Technically, I'm winning.
Would I drown that by saying Parker 1 week went 10-0, I went 10-0, and you've yet to go 10-0?
Parker also went 0-10.
Didn't happen.
Okay, so here we go.
Say what you want to say.
Top 10 games in the state of Oklahoma. We start at the bottom.
10th game of the week would be number 6 Mustang at number 8 Moore.
We all three picked Mustang last week. I think it was PC North. All three of us picked Mustang to win last week, and it happened. All three of us picked Moore to get beat by Owasso, and that happened. So,
Who's kicking it off?
Oh, you are.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
Mustang.
Mustang Moore. Yeah, I got to go Mustang.
We're all going to go Mustang. Mustang's going to get a first-round playoff
That'd
game
be cool for them.
if they win.
The Broncos.
Well, I just predicted it, Parker.
Mark it down.
I mean, 56% of the time.
There you go.
Yeah, Owasso's first, Moore, Mustang, and Union all fighting for the next 3 places. Boy, Tulsa Union not hosting a first-round playoff game, perhaps?
My pick to win state.
Yeah. Oof, wow.
Got that one wrong.
Hey, we've seen teams do it before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Mustang wins, and I think they're second.
Yeah, they get a first-round playoff game if they win.
Yeah. I think so. My bad. Okay. Mustang. Oh, okay, this is my game here. Go easy on me, Parker.
All right, number 9 is number 10 Kingston at Lindsay.
The Leopards.
Winner gets the 2A.
The what?
8 title.
The Leopards.
Is that a real thing?
Well, the Leopards, but
Oh, leopards. Okay, I was freaking out there for a second.
Jeff Murray, his daughter is on the 6A state championship volleyball team for Edmond North. I've umpired many, many games with Jeff Murray. He's from Lindsay. I don't know the records. I don't want to know the records. Leopards.
Going with the Leopards.
Going with the Leopards. Lindsay. Don't let me
going
down.
with Lindsay, huh?
Don't fight. Oh, hold on.
No, too
No.
late. Nope. Came out of your mouth. Go ahead, Parker.
What's the what we
No, you said you didn't care.
Well, now I do care.
No, go ahead, Parker.
The viewers want to know.
Parker, go ahead.
What's the breakdown for that?
Well, Kingston's ranked 10th in the state. Lindsay is not ranked, but I think they both have 1 loss, and the winner I think gets a 2A8 district title. So should be a good game. I'm going to go with Kingston.
Is it at Lindsay?
It is at Lindsay.
Okay. Yeah.
Who are you going with?
I'm going Kingston.
I'm going Lindsay.
All right, that's right.
My
Make up ground.
Now I'm now nervous for Kingston-Lindsay football. That's amazing.
I'm here to serve.
All right. Oh, Parker goes first.
Well, I know who Phil's going to pick on this one out of principle, but
That's the old Phil.
Oh, no.
That's the new Phil.
Oh.
Phil's 0-1.
number 8
I like this.
is number 2 Lincoln Christian at number 6 Chakota.
Lincoln Christian 9-0 on the year. Chakota, the Fighting Carrie Underwoods. Phil.
Well, that's enough reason right there to pick him. Good Christian woman.
Waiting all day for Sunday night. They're 8-1.
Yeah.
Both are undefeated in district play. This for the district championship?
It is, I believe.
Who's picking first?
It is
Parker.
me.
Parker.
I'm going to go Lincoln Christian.
Oh, of course he is.
Lincoln Christian on the
Private
road.
school kid. I'm going Chakota.
Oh. Ooh.
Carrie Underwood.
She won't know if they win or lose this
That's
week.
not true. That's not true. Carrie cares about her hometown.
The Wildcats, is that right?
I don't know. Carrie Underwood goes to school. They should change the name to Carrie Underwood.
I think it's Chakota Wildcats.
I'd change the name of my town to Carrie Underwood. From there.
I'm going Lincoln Christian.
Of course you are.
Lincoln Christian. Chakota, come on, be Wildcats. Wildcats, yes.
Oh, Phil gets.
Yeah,
whatever.
Well, when
Phil
you
gets what?
You get the easy game.
When you only win 50.
I just picked it.
No, I did.
No, I just picked. Did he start that one?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Give me the easy game. Give me the easy game.
Game number 7 is number 4 Muskogee.
Oh, good. I can pick them.
At number 1 Bigsby.
Okay, I'm laying awake at night about this game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you why. No, I'm serious. Rafe Watkins has a long history of upsetting teams that nobody thinks
That's true.
they can win.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Nobody.
Yep. Can you keep it within 21, Phil?
You got 3 former Blue Jays on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Bixby.
Yeah. I like the build up there. That was nice.
Yeah.
Did what I could.
Spartans.
I'm going Bigsby as well.
But how many?
I'm going to go Bixby 56, Muskogee 21.
That's about where I'd be. I'd be right in there.
Yeah. But with that, Muskogee, right, they can host, right?
Yeah. They win this. They finish second, right?
Yeah. Yes. So no matter what happens, Muskogee's hosting a first-round game.
Remember, Muskogee lost to Shawnee.
To a head scratcher.
Ugh, boy, that
makes no sense.
That one stung.
Yeah.
That one stings. So, I'm going Bixby. Real quick, I'm going to see Muskogee here. Muskogee. What did they do last week, guys? They play someone easy?
I think so. There wasn't a game of the week. I think they won.
Okay, yeah, they beat
big.
Bartlesville. Oh, bad news in Bartlesville, their athletic director passed away. So,
what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
deal.
terrible.
Yeah, tough deal.
Terrible news.
So
wow.
Bixby, Muskogee. Parker, you going with Ruffers? Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Parker with the Ruffers.
Nope. Bigsby. All right, game number 6 is undefeated, number 5, Pawnee, undefeated, number 6, Pawhuska.
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm going PHS. What? PHS.
It'll come to you in a second.
That game. Oh, yeah. I need to look before I go.
It's at Pawhuska.
It's at Pawhuska.
Records?
Yeah.
Undefeated.
I know who I'm
both undefeated.
I know. Yeah, that don't matter. Let me look at what Pawnee. Let me see what Pawnee has done here. That's pretty good.
Just go with your gut.
No, I know who's going to win. I'm looking at how many
you
points.
know who's going to win.
Yeah, I'm going to see how many points Pawhuska's going to score. But it looks like Pawnee's got a pretty good defense this year.
Pawnee kind of does a slow offense that Piedmont kind of does. Can they slow down the game enough?
Yeah.
This is who here?
This is Pawnee. They got 3 shutouts this year. They've held 2 teams to 6 points each, and they won't be holding.
Most points they've given up was 20 in a game.
Yeah, that's they're about to give up a whole bunch of points to Pawhuska because they can score quick and often.
Yeah. They're on the field.
Yes. They only got 40 last week against Tulsa Union JV.
Tulsa Union JV.
Yeah, Pawhuska. I go first. I'm going Pawhuska in this one.
They scored over 40 in every game except for one, and that was against Morrison. I'm gonna go Pawhuska.
Why? I mean, you gotta go Pawnee, right, Phil?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean,
the Black
could.
Bears.
That'd be good. Oh, who's that favorite cowboy from Pawnee Bill?
Oh, I thought you were thinking Keaton Page.
Was it Pawnee Bill? Oh, he was from Pawnee.
Yeah.
He could fill it up.
5'8" little guard.
I think he was good.
He was great. Both undefeated? Your battery's running low, Chris.
Yeah, I know.
Both undefeated?
He ain't playing
Both undefeated.
Keaton Page ain't playing this week.
Oh, he's not?
No.
Well, in that case, I'm going Pawhuska.
Yeah. All right. Congrats, Pawnee, district champions.
Yep, district champs.
All right. That's our first 5. We got our last 5 to pick, including McGinnis and Carl Alberts, Dominic Richardson, Javion Hunt, Tarman.
Can I change my last pick?
Oh, no, we've already done.
Oh.
I've already started to close this segment.
Pawnee, but that'd give you guys a chance to win a game. You do it.
You interrupt. Go ahead. What do you want to do, Phil?
Pawhuska.
Okay. All right. All right. I knew I set myself up for that. All right. Take our final timeout. Come back and wrap it up. This is the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM, KSBI.
Hey, you in the third row. Yes, you. When was your last dental checkup? Dr. Louis Turney and his staff provide dental care in a fun, relaxing environment. Still not convinced? Prefer to sleep through your appointment? No problem. We can do that too. Our staff can ensure you have a relaxing experience no matter what. Got kids? Hey, so do we. Come see what all the moms are talking about. Our kid-friendly staff loves to provide care to even the tiniest of teeth. Give us a call today. We've got the whole family covered.
Give Dr. Louis Turney a call at 282-7600.
For centuries, it was a windswept prairie until the run of '89 saw settlers scramble for land and life in a newborn town as Oklahoma's territorial capital, Guthrie. Bank First is loyal to the preservation movement that reclaimed Oklahoma's first state capital. And we're loyal to the banking legacy born at the corner of First and Oklahoma streets. Bank First. Loyal to Oklahoma. Loyal to you.
Today I'm sharing Golden Chick with the world. Are you ready to taste Golden Chick for the first time? 100% tenderloin, that's where the golden tenders come from, marinated for 24 hours.
It is amazing.
Then we also got the rolls, made fresh.
It feels like they were just baked.
You know why it feels that way? They were.
Every time I go, I like to get extra rolls, so I love it.
We are being kind of photobombed right now by the one and only Clucky. Have you met Clucky the chicken? Don't get too starstruck. He's just a regular guy. One taste, and you're golden. He's on Tender. That's like a chicken dating app.
Sometimes you need immediate care and can't get in to see your doctor during regular hours. With Mercy Convenient Care in Guthrie, you can walk in without an appointment and get the medical attention you need at a lower cost and with shorter waiting time than your local emergency room. The Mercy Convenient Care is located at 2919 South Division. For any concerns, call 405-282-6301. Services are provided by Mercy Hospital, Logan County. Choose Guthrie. Choose Mercy. Aspen Roofing is a family-owned roofing company with more than 20 years of experience and achievements across Oklahoma. Aspen Roofing takes pride in the personal service we provide on each job, and we strive to maintain the highest level of quality while offering our customers a reasonable price. It is our commitment to help you understand the process of getting a new roof from start to finish. Call Robbie Hudson for a free roofing estimate at 405-562-0026.
Exxon was founded by two combat-proven veterans to help businesses grow from mediocre to exceptional. We know from experience that your culture and trust throughout the organization drive superior performance. Most business owners focus on the urgent rather than the important. They are just struggling to survive. The team at Exxon helps owners identify challenges, build solutions, and focus on growth. Do you trust your team? Does your team trust you? If not, we can help. We are Exxon.
Welcome back to the High School Huddle. Join the huddle yourself and let us know your thoughts by calling our toll-free number at 1-800-897-3678 or simply tweet us by using the hashtag OKHSHuddle. Now let's get back in the huddle and talk high school sports.
Final segment of the Week 10 season of the high school football season. High School Huddle presented by eSchool, Virtual Charter Academy, eSchoolOK.com. Check them out on social media as well. Online public school K through 12. And maybe you didn't start with them at the beginning of the year. You can do it right now. You can do it at the middle of the year as well. So there's not any time frame of joining them, or at least going online and checking out the information and just seeing if that's something that might fit your family needs and wants. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but maybe down sometime in the future. Well, guys, we're talking playoff football here, and they're not going to be in the top 10 games of the week. I don't think they're in the top 5 here. But the Ponca City Wildcats, with a win this week, are in the playoffs.
Who they got?
Sapulpa at home.
Sapaloopa?
Sapaloopa at home.
They can beat Sapaloopa.
We're talking 6A2 football. Of course, we talked about Bixby Muskogee fighting the 1-2 spot. Booker T. Washington is that 3rd spot. And Sapulpa, who would be fighting for all 4 of those spots if they didn't have the injury bug with this great starting quarterback there out for the year with an injury a couple weeks ago. But Sapulpa is in with the win, perhaps with some points there, but Ponca City can get there as well. I won't bore everybody with the scenarios there, but I am rooting for the Ponca City Wildcats this week.
I think we all are, yeah. No doubt.
Coach Harmon has won at some smaller schools. Take on that 6A2 level there. Now, he doesn't need to beat Guthrie every single year we go see them, but they can win all the games there. So that's a cool thing to see with Ponca City.
It really is. The turnaround there has been amazing. And, of course, we've I believe this is the 2nd year, right, Coach Harmon's?
Right.
I know last year when we saw them here in Guthrie, they acted different. They warmed up different. They conducted themselves different. And you knew when you saw that things were going to change in Ponca City. I
was hoping for a winning season from Ponca City. They beat Sapulpa this week, get into the playoffs, and go play Stillwater and try to get that 6th win in that week there. What? What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
That was cute.
All right. Stillwater Ponca, big rival. I mean, anything can happen in a rival game, guys. Playoffs on the line, I'm telling you. All right. Parker?
You buying this, Parker?
No, not even kind of.
Okay. I'm trying to get the fans to join us next week.
They all know, Chris.
Okay.
All
right, Parker. Here we go.
We teased it.
Let's see. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So Parker goes first.
Oh, okay, cool. We teased it a second ago. Number 5, Norman at number 2, Edmond Santa Fe. And I tell you what, I've gone against them twice, and I don't think I'm going to do it again. They proved me wrong, so I'm going to go Edmond Santa Fe.
I'd pick them this week if they were playing OU. They burnt me so many times. So, yeah, definitely Edmond Santa Fe.
I'm going to go Edmond Santa Fe as well. I think the momentum is riding high in Santa Fe, and they just keep on rolling through it.
Yeah.
All right, game number 4. It's a good one, too.
This is Phil.
Number 3 Beggs at number 4 Sperry. This is a state title rematch from last year.
I picked Beggs to win it all at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change now. I've got Rhino on my side. Got the karma going well. Beggs.
I got Ryan Cotting watching the show. Rod Thompson's son is committed to play basketball.
It's
It's a Beggs feeling here. Who are they playing?
Sperry.
He's picking against you.
Sperry Pirates. We picked Sperry last week, didn't we? And we lost. All three of us lost. No, that was Salasol.
Yeah.
Beggs.
Beggs.
The Demons.
Going with
now, Rhino, I expect some love when Beggs wins the state title this year.
Their baseball uniforms, I had them in a state baseball tournament, were all black with gold stripes.
Ooh.
It was the ugliest things ever.
Little old Pittsburgh Pirate looking stuff.
Oh, this was pretty bad. Oh.
Remember how bad the Pittsburgh Pirates were back in the day?
Yeah.
That was terrible. Who's your favorite Pittsburgh Pirate player back in the day?
Andy Van Slyke.
Okay, I said back in the day, not when I was 24. Willie Stargell.
Oh. Well,
you don't even know who that is, do
no.
you?
Well, kind of. But you don't want to hear mine because it was McCutcheon, and it was like 10 years ago.
The Hall of Famer, Roberto Clemente.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I said my favorite. I didn't say greatest.
Oh, so this is all about you.
Well, it normally is.
Okay. All right, there's your Pittsburgh Pirate breakdown. Andrew McCutcheon.
I just want to see what Phil would do. All right. Man.
You didn't trigger him, so.
This is the one I wanted to flip. I think this is the number 2 game in the state. But
geez, I got to go first.
Well, this is number 3 game?
This is the number 3 game.
Okay.
I think it should be number 2, but number 3, Minko.
Minko, yeah.
At number 1, Cashin. Winner wins the district title, gets 2 home playoff games.
Wow.
On the road for the 3rd game, so that could be dicey for them. Now, we all pick Cashin to win. Correct. So does that mean to win the state championship? Does that mean with Phil's logic, I have to pick Cashin this week?
That doesn't mean that because they can lose and they can still.
Because you said Beggs, I picked Beggs to win.
Well, that was just in that scenario. I think Beggs is a better football team.
Okay. Boy, this is going to be a good game. Man,
great game.
This would be so fun to watch. But
I'd love to be there.
I am going with the Wildcats. I would hate to disappoint a team in Logan. Are they Logan County or Kingfisher County?
They're on the line.
They're both.
But
some of Cashin's in Logan, most of Cashin's in Kingfisher.
Yeah, but the school is actually in Kingfisher County.
Correct. So you can go against them if you want.
Yeah. Kingfisher gets all the oil and gas money.
It's not right.
Okay. I'm going Cashin.
Is it me?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm about to probably jinx them here, but the
Bulldogs, roof.
Cashin last lost in the regular season, October 6, 2017. Since then, they've won 21 games in a row.
Oh, the Sooners had a streak like that.
In the regular season. That's why I say I'm probably jinxing them here. Since that loss, they've outscored their opponents 906 to 245.
That's pretty good.
They've done a really good job, and they beat
What have you done for me lately?
They beat Minko on the road last year in the finale. They're going to beat them again.
There you go.
Cashin.
Oh, you don't even know fun. I mean, Parker did all the homework in there, built it up.
Cashin.
Great job, Parker.
All right. Second game.
Oh, Phil goes first.
Game number 2. Number 3, Dell City.
Oh, I got to pick the number
at
1.
number 2, Stillwater.
How is that number?
That's what I'm saying.
Dell City's defense is pretty good.
I wanted to switch it, but
Stillwater wins going away.
Yeah, Stillwater wins not as much as they're used to. This is the biggest opponent for Stillwater all season long.
They'll win by 3 touchdowns.
I think it's a little bit closer than we think, but I'd be crazy if I didn't pick Stillwater.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Stillwater.
Nears. Go Nears.
And I don't think it's close.
I don't either.
And the one we've all been waiting for since about game number 1 of the first game of the season. Number 1, McGinnis. At number 2, Carl Albert.
Chris gets to lead off.
They get to lead this one off.
Carl Albert must win by 10 points, or they're third in the district, right?
Yes. This is going to be. I mean, you got 2 great quarterbacks.
So wait a second. If they win by 7, they're finished 3rd.
Yeah, by points.
I missed that earlier. That's That's hilarious.
So McGinnis could lose by 9 and still win the district.
So how cool would it be if McGinnis was down there and they were up by?
Well, they got a good field goal kicker.
So they're up by.
He's like ridiculously good.
They're up by 8, and they go trot the kicker out there with 2 seconds left to kick a 50-yarder because the kid from McGinnis could kick a 50-yarder.
He got a leg.
To win by more than 10.
But we saw the Carl Albert kid miss a couple extra points, and those could be big in a game like this.
That's funny.
Back to me now?
Yes,
yeah.
It's you.
Okay. All right.
Well, you want us to participate, then you don't want us to participate. You're like an abusive father. Nobody knows what makes you happy.
Wait till the show ends, Phil. I'm going to talk to you.
I know. He's a hitter.
I know we need to wrap this up real quick, but 2 great quarterbacks, 2 great running backs. I think the difference in this game for me is the Carl Albert defense. I think they're a little bit better than McGinnis defense. I think McGinnis offense can be a little bit more explosive than Carl Albert's offense. I don't know who I would favor in the receiver spot. Probably Carl Albert. They have more weapons. McGinnis is 2-dimensional with Harmon and Richardson, but that might be enough to do it. I'm going with Carl Albert. I don't know if they can get the points to win the district.
Yeah.
So I'm going Carl Albert Titans. That game's in Midwest City too.
You know, when the game ended last week, I thought Carl Albert for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The more I think about it, I'm gonna go McGinnis.
The Irish, fighting Irish.
Is
Dominic Richardson 100%?
Man, I'm gonna go just because I don't want us to go all chalk here. I'm gonna go McGinnis, and man, it's just tough to defend. I don't know how you can defend the read option when they run it.
I mean, they're so good offensively. Their kicking game's much better than Carl Albert's, I believe. It's tough for me, but I'm going to go Carl Albert simply because it's at home.
Something to fight for.
And they got a lot to prove.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go Carl Albert, but I could, with not a lot of effort, I could be flipped back to McGinnis. I mean, but I think Carl Albert will win.
Okay, so I pick Carl Albert. I don't think they get the points. Do they get the points to win the district championship? Nope.
No, I don't think
Can't
they
get
do.
there?
I don't think they do.
All right.
I think this could very easily be a late second touchdown or field goal wins this ball game. I mean, I just
it'll be interesting.
Being at 2 score, beating McGinnis by 2.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
T. Fred, we love you.
Yeah, I love you, T. Fred.
So best of luck.
If they're down 7 and McGinnis has the ball back, and they can just run the clock out or something. You know, they don't have to punt it back. It's so weird how it could work out.
McGinnis has
it'll
everything in their hands.
You know what? We can lose on purpose. Who cares?
Or Carl Albert could come out and blow them out.
Yeah,
I mean that
anything can happen.
I just don't see that happening.
It confuses the Piedmont coaches of what they want to do against Woodward.
Yeah.
So anyway, should be a fun week of high school football games.
My number 1 team in college football.
Oh, yeah. Who's your team this week in football?
Ohio State.
Ohio State this week. Okay. Who do they play?
Oh,
it don't matter. Don't matter.
They're favored by 40-some points.
That's it. All right, we're out here. When we come back, guys, we're picking playoff football, first-round playoff games, and who's going to where and all that good stuff. So
that's usually the last week we'll have some games that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
You know, when you get into the quarterfinals, not a lot of bad football teams left.
Exactly right.
So.
Exactly right. So, all right, time for us to exit stage left. Best of luck to your team this week. And we are out of here. Exit stage right.
Thank you.
You bet. For Parker Burnett, Phil Nichols, I'm Chris Evans. We'll talk to you next week on the High School Huddle.
This has been the High School Huddle on Hot 93.7 FM. Be sure to tune in next week as we break down more of the top games and news from across the state of Oklahoma.